Look at this. What do you think of this? I would have taken photos to display this piece of art, but I actually am a big lover of art. Let's now go to the details. Hey, yo boy Noel, I have to do that. Did that come out nice? Yo boy Noel, now I feel like this. What do you think this is? Looks like it's really nice. Now he needs to dig in. Yo boy Noel, I love my name. It's an easy day for me. It's an easy day for you. I believe you're doing good. You're catching up well. You're keeping well. I'm actually a big fan of art. This is actually available to you. I am going to be preparing a very nice photo grid for these items. I have so many of these kind of art pieces that I make here with my friends, and this is available for auction. You know, you cannot buy art, so the best thing that you can do is to auction art. I'm going to be having photos of more of these items, and every other time we're going to be auctioning these arts until they get to the best bidder. Now this is up for grabs. This is hot cake. I'm going to be demonstrating to you in future videos how you can light this up in your house and how nice it looks in the background. Let me try this on my background. You may not be able to see it because I'm blurring the background, but it may just light up the background. Let him stay on the wall. That is where he belongs. If you're interested in the piece of art, just DM me on my WhatsApp. You can actually go ahead and just bid below in the comment section. I'll be happy to respond, and the highest bidder in the next 1 month is actually going to get that piece of art. There's so much, trust me, there's so much art. In future we're going to make the bidding live here on the channel as we do these videos. More and more is going to be coming up, but this is a hot cake. Trust me, this is hot cake, and also a privilege to have this piece because it is the first that is coming to the show of its kind. So that means that it is special from me to you, and you'll actually have it signed by me, your boy Noel. And I'm going to show you how to style it in your house and how you can accessorize it so that it just looks in your house. You know, those things, those moments where you just want something that looks nice and at the same time looks fierce. At the same time, art can mean so many things. So hit me up if you're interested in this art. Now today we are in part 7 of this video series. I want us to dive again into another particular noise in our heads about content production. This is all about to do with financial abilities. Now this is a very common challenge that we all go through. Content production equipment is really no-brainer. It is expensive. It is a cost. It can really dry your pockets. It can really burn your pockets, your wallets, your cards, your credits, your loans, everything. It can take away your assets. Content production equipment is no joke, and content production itself at large, the process of content production, I had to bring it up here because it is a practical noise that we must learn how to tackle it. Well, you may be stuck at this point. You may have had your concept, you have your audience defined, you have your stories, you have your narration, you have your ability to make presentations, you know how to do all these things, but your financial ability is holding you back. Sorry to say, but everybody is going through the same challenge. Even the billionaires claim that they have no money. Even the richest people that you know in your area, in your estate, in your village, they will tell you that they do not have money. Nobody ever has enough money, and that's why from the previous video I said you must learn how to get started with the little that you have, because just like perfection, money is never going to be enough. Perfection is never going to be sufficient. Money is never going to be enough. Finances are always going to be a challenge. Content production equipment, I don't think that is going to ever be affordable anytime soon because it is advancement in technology. Once one phase of technology is phased out, it begins to depreciate, it begins to go down, the value in price begins to go down. And my wish is that everybody watching this content and has interest in content production stays in the line of technology, because this can actually phase you out. It is another whole big story that we can dive to in a future video on how you can utilize older gears and all that. But when it comes to content production, content making, and advancement efficiency, technology is one area where you do not want to be left behind. You do not want to still be shooting your weddings in analog while we are shooting digital in 2023, 2024, 2025, 2030. Things are going to change, but you can actually shoot analog in film because you want to experience it, you want to try out new things, you want to remind yourself of the good old days of when we used to record in film. But is that going to satisfy your client? You really have to get nice clients, nice audiences who appreciate similar vintage ideas. Now, defining the cost of production comes in several levels. Number one, it is in the equipment. I have mentioned this from the start of the video, but how do you get to become more productive with yourself and avoid procrastinating because equipment is relatively very expensive? Now, you'll need to learn how to begin with what you have. Again, referencing part 6 of this video series, that you need to work with just what you have, because production equipment, gears are never going to be enough. So you'll always have competing factors. You'll always have to choose between buying a camera and a car, because that is the value that a good camera can actually go for. We have cameras going over $10,000. That's more than 1.5 million Kenya shillings, all the way up to hundreds of millions. All these equipment are actually disposable, available to you depending on the level of production that you want to engage in. Now, YouTube has become very popular. So what kind of gears and equipment are we going to be looking at? You will need easy cameras. You'll need to go easy with yourself. You will need to look at more affordable ways to make your content come to life. Unlike if you were shooting for a Hollywood film where you're going for the Grammys and such whatnots, this is YouTube, where content is mostly compressed to 1080, and at the same time your Wi-Fi provider in your local area may not be able to stream that content in 1080. So you will need to downsize yourself when it comes to investing heavily in the kind of equipment that you want to purchase, because this equipment can really burn your pocket. Now, in a future video, I will talk about the equipment that I use and show you around on how I set them up, and also make recommendations for you on equipment that you can try. If you are able to buy a camera, then go towards the Sony and Canons for now, ranging between 1,500 to 3,500 USD. That's an estimate of around 200,000 Kenya shillings to around 500,000 Kenya shillings for the camera. When it comes to the lens choice, go for a 24 to 105 millimeter, because this is a versatile lens that is most likely never going to leave your camera all day, every day. I will dive deeper into cameras in future videos. Now, if you are going for a phone, if you are an iPhone user, then you are in a safe zone. Using the iPhone 10s to 15s and future advancements of iPhone, they make very nice chipsets, they make very nice lenses. So iPhone guys, you have a plus there. For persons on a budget below 100,000 Kenya shillings, where the iPhone users do not come in here. Now I'm talking to more of the Android users between 20,000 Kenya shillings to 100,000 Kenya shillings. Samsung makes really nice video phones, and I will come into specifics in another video on how to produce your content as a phone content creator. And then we have the Redmi series, the Xiaomi, or how do you pronounce that? Redmi series are really a hot cake in the market. I think I will just stop at the Redmi series. If you can get anything between Note 10 Pro onwards, then you will be in a safe zone. For the rest of the persons who do not have access to all these 20,000 plus, you can still start shooting with whatever you have and grow in time. Remember, that any content we shoot is compressed into very small pixels for YouTube to make it available to phone users. And majority of phone users, again, are unable to stream this content in high resolution. They watch it in 144 pixels. They are unable to tell the difference. They just say the video looks very clear. The video looks really nice. Now, a video that you shoot in your phone, as long as it looks good in your phone, trust your guts that it is going to look good to other people, unless that other person is viewing it on a very big screen like the 55-inch QLED that I have here in the studio. In such cases, persons who are technical with production are going to notice pixels, noises, and all that in your videos, but majority will just enjoy the content. A person with the intention to get entertainment is not interested in the high quality you put in your work. They're only interested to see a good story, and that is why you'll see that most content creators are not the professional content creators that you expect them to be. Point number 2, software is usually an overlooked area when it comes to production, but production software can really be heavy financially for you as a creator. Well, you can find third-party licenses for your software out there in the market. This is what they call the cracked versions or the pre-cracked versions. Now, this is not my go-to zone because I prefer to pay for all my licenses. I pay for Premiere, I pay for Photoshop, I pay for Illustrator, and that is the direction I would encourage you to go, because once you become a professional, the third-party licenses, the cracked versions, also have their downside, crashing while you're trying to work on your next episode. So this is one area you need to look at the trade-offs. Now, the only downside that I have seen with paid licenses is they are really expensive. In a month's time, you may be parting with close to $500, which is an equivalent of 70,000 Kenya shillings, depending on the conversion rate of the dollar when you're watching this video. You also have less to worry about when it comes to virus attacks. You can actually go for the third-party licenses. Now, I am not encouraging piracy here. Some companies like Microsoft have actually authorized the distribution of third-party licenses. So this is something you can look out to and take advantage of. But in future, aim to purchase a license. Bear in mind that these licenses are created by a creator like you trying to make a livelihood from the same. For you to buy this license also means that you are actually promoting this person in business, same way that you would want somebody to promote your business. If we all hacked your business idea, then you will become a poor man, a poor lady. So also make it a good practice, an ethical practice for you to pay for licenses so that you can boost somebody's livelihood somewhere who is actually making it available to you. On point number 3, which is the last that we are looking at to do, is the actual cost of production. This has to do with time and money simultaneously, because you will need to have a multiple set of skills, or you will need to hire somebody or a team with this required set of skills. You will need a script writer, a producer, a director, a script director, a set designer, and so much more. Now, it's either you have the talent to do all these things, or you're going to have to hire individuals in this specific area. And a standard cost of production, which seems to be the rate globally, is actually arranged between 8,000 Kenya shillings to 30,000 Kenya shillings per day, depending on the level of a photographer, filmmaker, producer, director that you are going to be working with. To counter this, you have two options. One is to either learn how to do it by yourself, or go and explore the second one, which is go out there and network, develop a contact list that you can rely on, collaborate with other creatives like myself, inbox me, tell me, hey, what's up Newell, I have a production on Friday, can you come and help me out? And I'll be happy to come and help you out so that I can count on you the next time that I am shooting my content. You can be the one behind the scenes. This is an exchange program which proves to be very cost effective to most creators. So you have to keep things on the bare minimum. It is my wish that I was out there catching flights going to shoot my next video just for this channel, but I do not have that capacity just yet. So the best thing I can do in terms of cutting my costs, I am utilizing my studio to do this content for you. If you have any questions, feel free to directly message me my personal WhatsApp or Instagram, and we can get in touch. I will be expounding more on the things that we are discussing in other parts of the videos, so I do not want to make the videos very long for you, otherwise we can have a very extensive discussions. I'm really trying to sum it up in the best way possible, and this is the moment where I encourage you, if you're coming across this channel for the first time, show some love to that like button, hit the like button and smash that subscribe button, if you know what I mean. Learn from the 3 tips and see you in part 8 of this video. Your boy New Well.